So the immigrant community in the United States that I chose to for this discussion board is the Latino population. So there are certain ethical considerations that need to be thought about when working on some sort of prevention program or intervention program for HIV/AIDS. So a couple of considerations. So traditionally, a lot of Latino individuals are Catholic, and that is a really important part of who they are and certain beliefs that they follow. And the Catholic beliefs in these populations tend to be a little bit more traditional than some of the beliefs that are evolving in Catholic circles and other Christian communities in the United States. So a couple of things, of course, is that homosexuality or, sex outside of a man and a woman is inappropriate or a sin, something to that effect. Additionally, the idea of, having sex with multiple partners is something that is really frowned upon because of those religious roots. So, because that is how HIV/AIDS is typically spread, and it is more common in LGBT populations, presenting this sort of information needs to be done a little bit differently than in more mainstream populations. And so things to consider would be those cultural and religious beliefs and how to present that information that isn't offensive to an individual's culture and makes them, more receptive to the information, and providing good reasons and things like that for, using protection and things like that, as well as making it well known that this issue is more prominent in LGBT relationships. That information may not be well received just based on the population, so presenting it in a different way would be most valuable for the Latino immigrant population. Additionally, there are some sort of implications that HIV/AIDS started with people of color, and so it is really just important to be sensitive to present it in an immigrant community in a way that doesn't make them feel singled out or like it's so specific to them because either they're the root of the problem or this was their fault, other than just tailoring the information that we have to their population so that they can best protect themselves and other members of their community. So these are just a couple of ways that cultural beliefs or practices might present ethical concerns for evaluations, because we want to be the most effective as we can and present the most evidence-based research while also being sensitive to the cultural and religious backgrounds of our clientele and including that as a part of our evaluations of these programs and their effectiveness.